Valerie McDaniel was a respected veterinarian living in Houston, Texas. She had a successful clinic, a teenage daughter, and a quiet home in the upscale area of West University. In her early 40s, she was well liked by clients and neighbors alike. But in 2017, her name would become synonymous with a crime that stunned even seasoned investigators. Valerie had recently gone through a bitter divorce with her ex-husband, Marion Mac McDaniel, also a veterinarian. The split had not been smooth. There were custody disputes, financial disagreements, and emotional scars that had not healed. Around that same time, Valerie began a new relationship with a man named Leon Jacob. Leon was a former physician whose license had been revoked after multiple complaints from patients and colleagues. He was facing charges for stalking his ex-girlfriend, Megan Veracruz, and was desperate to avoid conviction. He had a reputation for manipulation and charm, which he used to win Valerie's trust and affection. The two soon moved in together and shared Valerie's home. As Leon's legal troubles worsened, he and Valerie began discussing ways to fix their problems permanently. Leon wanted Megan, his ex-girlfriend and key witness in the stalking case, to disappear. Valerie, still angry at her ex-husband Mac, allegedly wished he would vanish as well. That led them down a path that would end in tragedy and betrayal. Leon made contact with someone he believed was a hitman. In reality, it was an undercover officer with the Houston Police Department. Leon offered money to have Megan kidnapped or killed, so she could no longer testify against him. He spoke in code, referring to the plan as a vacation, or trip she would never return from. Leon then introduced Valerie to the undercover officer. Valerie asked him to do the same with her ex-husband Mac. She allegedly feared losing custody of her daughter and believed eliminating Mac would solve everything. She agreed to pay a large sum for the hit. The undercover operation moved quickly. Police staged fake crime scenes to make it appear both targets had been kidnapped or killed. Photos were shown to Leon and Valerie, who expressed relief and satisfaction. Investigators recorded the conversations and transactions, gathering overwhelming evidence. On March 10, 2017, police arrested both Leon Jacob and Valerie McDaniel. The charges included solicitation of capital murder. The case shocked the community. A beloved veterinarian and a former doctor had plotted the deaths of two people who had once been close to them. Valerie was released on bond and returned to her high-rise condominium. Just days later, on March 27, 2017, she jumped from the 7th floor of her building and died by suicide. Her death left behind a grieving daughter and a city filled with unanswered questions. Leon Jacob went to trial in 2020. Prosecutors played audio and video recordings of his meetings with the undercover officer. They showed messages and discussed the staged photos. The jury heard from Megan Veracruz, who described years of stalking and threats. The case against Leon was overwhelming. He was found guilty on 2 counts of solicitation of capital murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In interviews after the verdict, he maintained his innocence and claimed the entire operation was misunderstood or exaggerated. Valerie McDaniel's involvement remains haunting. Friends and clients could not reconcile the woman they knew with the cold decisions she had made. Many believe she fell under Leon's manipulative influence and made choices out of desperation and fear. Others see her as a willing participant who allowed revenge to guide her actions.